that song that came out as Something Will Break. And I believe that tonight walls will be broken. I really do believe that. I felt it. And that's something that I struggled with for a very long time, breaking the walls. Something that I just kept forcing, thinking that I can do it myself. And that's something that I couldn't do for myself. So thank you again. My testimony, about 6 years ago, I lost my wife through suicide. And she took her life in front of me and left me with 2 kids and questions that I couldn't answer myself. And I went to a very, very dark place. I couldn't really stop because I had kids and they were depending on me. So I couldn't really do anything to just keep moving forward. But I was really angry. I was really angry at God. I fell out of church. I was always wondering why me? You know, what did I do to deserve this type of punishment? I've always been good. I've always been loyal, and it was something that I just couldn't shake off. And but I did lose completely trust in God, completely. And after all that happened, I met my beautiful wife, Jennifer. And I tell her to this day that she saved my life from going through a spiral. And I've never met somebody so holy in my life before. But even with her being by my side, I didn't want anything to do with God. I didn't want to go to church. I made excuses every Sunday. I was busy doing this. And even when I went to church, I really wasn't really committed to church or trying to figure out. And over the past couple of years that we were together, I always knew that she was praying over me. I always knew that she was there by my side. But even though her vision, what she wanted me to do, I always stepped back and didn't want to do it because I was so afraid to going into God, knowing that in my mind, what I was thinking was that, why would I trust him if he took away everything from me? Yeah. And until I was going into more church, I started to realize that that wasn't his plan. His plan was not that. That was not his vision for me. And it was this year that things changed drastically. I went to Freedom Weekend. I signed up for Freedom Weekend. And that was a roller coaster. Because right away I was like, I don't need it. You know, there's nothing there for me. I'm good. I'm saved. I started making excuses after excuses about not going there. But I signed up, so I was like, you know what, I'll go try it out. I went there with already walls built up, and I didn't even last a night. I checked myself out. I left. I was like, I don't need this. There's nothing here for me. I'm in the wrong place. I don't need to be saved. I already dealt with all my past. I already put it all put it in a box and threw it away and I already dealt with it. But God had other plans for me. So I ended up going Sunday. I watched everybody that went to Freedom Weekend come out, and right away, the Holy Spirit was already working on me and said, no, you're not getting away from me just yet. So after the celebration happened, we did the altar, and I went to the altar to pray, and I finally surrendered, and I said, I can't do this alone no more. I can't take on this thing by myself. I have to depend on trusting God that he can get through me and move me forward with my life. Because I know that he has a vision for me, and I know that he's going to be doing something powerful for me. And it wasn't but a couple of seconds that I went up there that he put me on my knees, and everything just felt so good. It felt like a whole weight on my shoulders, and it was just amazing that he was able to do great things for me, even though at the same time I wasn't really giving him my full, I guess I wasn't really stepping into the God that I wanted to do, because I was still pulling up those walls saying that I don't want to fully give him that control, because it's something that I was controlling myself, thinking that I could still do it by myself. But like Jeff said, 2 Sundays ago, we had Pentecost Sunday, and my friends, Jessica, Carlos, and my wife wanted to fill me with the Holy Spirit. They just kept telling me, hey, let's go Sunday. And right away, I was already putting up walls, and I was like, no, I can't go. I was cooking that weekend. I was like, I'm tired, I don't want to go. I'm just already, but as soon as I went, as soon as I stepped in that door, I knew what was going to happen to me. I knew it right away. I mean, it was my heart rate. I was checking my heart rate. I was at 120, and I knew this is going to happen. And it was just something amazing. You know, I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? I was like, we started praying. I said, okay, I got in tune. I was like, okay, I want to receive the Holy Spirit. I want to. And I sure did. It was one of the best nights of my life. I was so tired. I was very tired after that. I mean, it was just, the tongues were just coming out of me. It was just, I couldn't stop. It was just amazing. And then to be able to see my kids also get filled with the Holy Spirit was just something so powerful. And I just want to know that even though I look back now and I think about all the times that I was in a dark place, thinking that God was never there, and then looking back now and seeing that he never left my side. And he was always there. And I see all the things he did for me, all the doors he opened, all the things he kept me away. It could have been a mess completely, but he kept me in the right path. And that's something that I just so grateful to be able to experience that and sit, and because my story could have been different. I could have been so bad, because it's something that I can say that a lot of people don't get to escape that. And I'm just very thankful for the family that I have and my friends that I had to be able to get me through that moment. So by that being said, I'm just so thankful, and I really wish, and this is awesome because this is my first time I've ever shared this testimony with, I've usually shared with my friends, and I've always told my wife, one day I'm going to share my testimony. I just don't know when. And it wasn't until I realized, I've always thought the testimony was about me, and that's when I realized it's not about me, it was about God and what he really did for me. And that's when I learned that I knew this was a moment. And even driving to today, it's just so amazing to know that God already had all this worked out. And it was about, I was going to share this testimony with all of y'all that I've never met in my life. And I hope to be friends and things. So I hope my story can help others to know that it is possible, to don't lose faith in God. Even he's always working. Even though your time is not here yet, it will come. Thank you.